New at 6, there are 2 trauma centers in Palm Beach County, but is that enough? Right now, lawmakers debating whether to clear the way for more such centers to open, but would it make a difference? News Channel 5's Brian Enton is looking into that for us tonight. Brian?
Well, when you ask people, should we have more trauma centers, you'd think the common sense answer is yes, but it's actually a lot more complicated than that, and more does not always mean better. Steven Ciavola lost his leg when a drunk driver hit him on his motorcycle. He says he would not be alive if it wasn't for the trauma center at Delray Medical Center.
Everybody was there when I needed them, you know, and if they spread it out like you're saying, then the quality's going to go away, definitely.
Amendments going to the Senate and House as soon as tomorrow could lead to huge changes for trauma centers. Right now, the Department of Health keeps an eye on them, making sure they have enough surgeons and special life-saving equipment. But new amendments would undo all of that, leading to way more trauma centers, but way less oversight.
If there are too many trauma centers, you're going to compete on resources, such as doctors, nurses, technicians, physical therapists. You won't have enough to staff all those trauma centers, especially the needed specialties. Many needed specialties, from hand surgeons to orthopedic surgeons to neurosurgeons.
David Carboni is the CEO of St. Mary's Medical Center, one of just 2 trauma centers in Palm Beach County. He says it's better to have a limited number of trauma centers with the right doctors in place.
We don't have to wait for them to show up. They're already here before the patient's here.
The big question now, does Florida really need more trauma centers? 96% of Floridians already have access to a trauma center in their area, and experts say there's just not enough doctors to go around. Steven Ciavola doesn't want to see changes and says he's proof that the trauma centers are working.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been such a positive experience probably as it was, and health-wise, it might have affected me too.
The representatives are still in session. It's hard to say whether or not they'll support the bill because they still don't know which amendments are going to make it into the final draft, but time is running out. There's a chance it won't even get voted on before the session ends on Friday. Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.